everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Beavers will boot it away to start the game. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Oregon Ducks will be in a hole thanks to that short return. They've met in the so-called toilet bowl, and they've played to go to the Rose Bowl. It's run the gamut, but this one is always intense.
Yeah, Reese, I called that game back in 2009 where the winner was going to go to the Rose Bowl, and I had a chance to really feel the electricity and the excitement at Autzen Stadium that day. This really is a tremendous rivalry.
And even when a Rose Bowl isn't on the line, Oregon State just feels good. The in-state rivalry, the hate, it's always a good matchup.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Running toward the tape. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tried to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. Give to the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points.
And the ball is intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Leaves it with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Wallace. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on second down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide out in motion. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the returner will be dragged down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Trying to pound it in. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Second and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Oregon State, 10. Oregon, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the...
Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Ducks line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's Anderson. And the returner goes down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looking for a crease. It's Hobbs. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. The give to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bauer. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Second down coming up.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Beavers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run play action.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Ducks are on the move. Quarterback will audible. They'll run the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Inside the 30 and still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for the score. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it go to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
That makes the score Oregon 14, Oregon State 13.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Gets it out fast. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
At the 36, second down coming up.
Now on second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Unloads it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Anderson. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got an open man. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 21.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Wide open downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Wells. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll immediately call timeout. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. He got it. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
Oregon State 23, Oregon 14.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, from Corvallis to Eugene, there are some ornery folks and some emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Ducks and Beavers. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
The Beavers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Beavers send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. From the gun, they'll try the middle. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. It's easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They're going to test the right side with this one. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going up top on first down. He uncorks one deep. Snags it down the right side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Oregon! They take the lead with the 6. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And the Beavers will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Quarterback checking off. They try to get it outside on the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. A 3rd and long coming up here. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The inside handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Soft spot in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's caught downfield. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Makes the grab on the left. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, look at this. The kicker's going to run it. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game. And you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
The Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Pressure's on. It's blocked. A clutch play by the punt block team. And after the huge special teams play, they'll take over just inside their 30-yard line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Red pass, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He wants to throw it again. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They think there's room to run to the right here. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on first down at second and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Hobbs. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Makes his connection.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. At the 45 on his way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That's what I'm talking about. What a clutch play. You had to have a play on defense. You needed to get the ball back to your offense, forcing the interception, forcing them to throw the football late in the game. Nice job by this defense. Let's give the offense a turn now.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The aerial assault continues. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you touchdown, Oregon State! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. He'll keep it himself. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He He's got it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to move it through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown Ducks! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the two, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's right on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.